Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. And it seems a lot of you really liked our recent video on how to redeem American Express points for maximum value. Oh yeah, can I get a like for that? Come on, hit that like button. These videos don't edit themselves, you know? Come on. Thanks very much. Okay, let's get going. Anyway, since people liked it, we are going to move on to the next biggest credit card issuer in the United States, and that is Chase. So this is how to redeem Chase points for maximum value. So since you're already thinking about redeeming Chase points, you've probably already earned a big stash of them, so I probably don't have to tell you how to earn them, but just for the benefit of some people who are new, we will very quickly recap on the best ways to earn Chase points. And really the best way is to create something called the Chase Trifecta, which is when you use three, or sometimes it can be more than three, but generally three Chase cards together. And that would generally be a Chase Freedom card, a Chase Ink card, and a Chase Sapphire card, or it could be two Freedoms and a Sapphire. Now you can earn points at higher rates on the Freedom cards, and then what you do is you transfer them over to either the Sapphire or the Ink card, where they take on more value. So the Sapphire Preferred and Ink Preferred are both 1.25 cents in value when you redeem, and the Chase Sapphire Reserve is 1.5 cents in value when you redeem. And once you're on a Sapphire or an Ink card, you can also transfer them out to airline partners to redeem them that way as well. So remember these 2 points because they're going to become very important later on. You get more value and you get the opportunity to transfer to airline and hotel partners when you transfer your points over to a Sapphire or Ink card. And if you want a full breakdown of the Chase Trifecta, you can check out my video on the subject. I'll also put it on the end card of this video. So before we go into how to redeem points, let's talk first about how to combine points, because this is very important. If you click on Combine Points on your dashboard, it will take you to this screen where you can move points around from one card to another. You'll want to do this because unlike American Express, the points you earn on different Chase cards don't all pool together in one account. So let's say you need 30,000 points for a certain hotel room you want to book. And maybe you've got 20,000 over here and 15,000 over here. You need to get enough points in one account to book it, so you need to move them around. Typically, you will be moving from Freedom cards to Sapphire or Ink cards for that higher value. Another really cool thing is that Chase lets you move points between family members. You can see my wife's card shows up here, and if I wanted her to move points to me, I'd have to get her to do it from her account. There used to be an option to link a family member's cards here, but now you have to phone up to link the card for the first time, and then you can transfer online after that. And this helps you build up enough points to do things, especially travel together. Let's say you want to book 2 nights at a hotel that's 50,000 points a night, and let's say I have 70,000 points and my wife has 30,000. Well, between us, we have enough for 2 nights. But if we're unable to transfer our points, we could actually only book 1 night because we've only got one account that has over 50,000 in it. That would be my one with 70,000 points. But instead, she could move her 30,000 points over to my account, and then we'd have 100,000 points in one account and we'd be able to book 2 nights in that hotel. Now, Amex doesn't allow you to do this, so it is an advantage of Chase. Citi does allow you to do it, but it's limited to 100,000 points a year. Although with Citi, you can actually gift points to anyone, not just a family member. Okay, so now we know how to transfer points, let's start looking at some redemptions. So the absolute worst way you can redeem Chase points is to use Pay with Points on either Amazon.com or PayPal. But as you can see here, it is quoting me $183 in value for my 22,900 points, which is 0.8 cents in value per point. So don't do it. Next, we have using Chase points to buy Apple products. You click through to Chase's kind of limited version of the Apple Store, especially for Chase cardholders. Now, most things here are 1 cent per point, like this Apple Watch, but from time to time, different Chase cards have promotional rates and you may be able to get over 1 cent per point for certain items. But in general, it's not the best deal, and you'll understand why a little bit later in the video. Then we have cashback. This is available on all UR points earning cards at a straight 1 cent per point. So don't pay with points at Amazon, just first redeem cashback, buy something with your card, and then use that cashback to pay off the purchase. You'll be getting 25% more value, but you can still do better than that, so keep watching. Now we have gift cards. In general, it's 1 cent per point in value when you redeem for gift cards, but there are sometimes sales. Like this, where you get 10% off. You can see here this Panera Bread gift card is 9,000 points for a $100 gift card. That's a 10% discount. So it's slightly more than 1 cent per point, but still not great. Then we have the pay yourself back feature, which lets you pay off charges on the card at 1.25 cents per point on the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Chase Ink Preferred, or 1.5 cents per point on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And this is why I don't ever recommend redeeming for cashback or anything at 1 cent per point. You could just use this feature instead to pay off charges on your card at a higher value, and that then frees up money in your bank account that you would have had to use to pay off the card, and you can go and make those purchases that you want to make. So you're kind of indirectly getting that higher value, that 1.25 cents or 1.5 cents per point. So you could pay off $400 worth of charges and then go and buy that Apple Watch with the money you'd freed up in your bank account, and you're basically getting better value than with Pay with Points. Now, I do need to mention that Pay Yourself Back only works with certain categories of spending and for charges made within the past 90 days. You can see here on my Ink Preferred, my categories are advertising, internet, cable and phone services, office supply stores, and select charities. The Sapphire cards have different, more consumer style categories. Sapphire Preferred has Airbnb and away luggage. That may not really be that usable at the moment since they are pretty specific, but the categories do change. The Sapphire Reserve has those categories plus dining in restaurants, charities, and the annual fee. So those should be pretty easy to use. The current categories run until March 31st, where they will rotate for different categories. And you can see here on my Ink Preferred, I've easily got around $2,000 worth of charges that I could pay off using this feature within the past 90 days. So for me, very easy to get value out of it. So the Pay Yourself Back feature is a great way to get what I would call the absolute minimum acceptable value for Chase points, either 1.25 cents per point on the Sapphire Preferred or the Ink Preferred, and 1.5 cents per point on the Sapphire Reserve. And speaking of getting value out of credit cards, if you want a smartphone app that pools information about all your credit cards from multiple issuers in one place, check out the app Max Rewards. They are the sponsor of today's video. They've been sponsoring our show for a long time, and we really love this app, guys. It is really awesome. So basically it pulls information, all of your credit card statements, your balances, points balances. It'll warn you about upcoming bills. You can access a credit score in the app, and then it also will tell you which cards to use where or in which categories to get the maximum points and cashback. Also, if you have the premium version, Max Rewards Gold, it will actually activate Chase Freedom Rotating Quarterly Categories and Amex offers for you. It automatically adds them to your card, so you never miss a deal. Sometimes you might go out, spend some money, come home, you get an email saying that you used an offer and save some money without even realizing it. And guys, you can get a free month of Max Rewards Gold with my link below, or you can just download the app and check out the free features, of which there are many. All right, now let's get into talking about some travel redemptions. So you can actually get the same value, 1.25 cents or 1.5 cents per point, from the travel portal booking flights or hotels on the Ink Preferred, Sapphire Preferred, and Sapphire Reserve. But when is it advisable to use the travel portal versus transferring out to an airline or hotel partner? Well, let's start with flights. So if you are an economy flyer, you should always actually check both options, since sometimes you will actually get better value by using the travel portal versus transferring out to an airline. Check out this example of a United flight from JFK to LAX. The price is $401 if you were to book the flight with money on the Chase travel portal. That price was exactly the same on United's website, by the way, I did check. And we know we can get 1.25 or 1.5 cents per point booking through the Chase portal, depending on the card. Now, the exact same flight would cost you 34,800 United miles plus $11.20 in taxes if you transferred the points to United. So first we deduct the $11.20 from $401, which gives us $389.80. Then we divide that number by the number of United miles we would have to spend, and we get 1.1 cents per United mile. And since the transfer to United is 1-to-1, that's 1.1 cents per Chase point in value. So that's actually pretty bad value. By transferring to United, you would get better value booking directly through the travel portal with points, 1.25 cents per point or 1.5 cents per point if you have the Sapphire Reserve. But there is more. Since you book through the portal, from the airline's point of view, it actually kind of registers as if you booked with money. So you will earn airline miles on the flight, and the flight will count to moving up through the airline's loyalty system, okay? Count to the next tier of membership. But it's not always better value. On this 70,000 mile trip to Taiwan in economy, it came out at 1.6 cents in value if you transferred to United. So you should always check both options, especially in economy. But as you move up through the classes, business class, first class, normally you're going to get way more value by transferring out to airlines. Now for hotels, when to book through the portal? Well, at the lower end, you're normally going to get better value through the Chase portal. Check out this booking, Courtyard by Marriott in Middletown, New York. $112 per night or 20,000 Marriott points. That's 0.56 cents in value per point. Through the Chase portal, same hotel, same night, even though Chase is giving us a slightly higher price of $135, at 1.25 cents per point, that will only cost us 10,763 points. It's basically half the number of points. And if you have the Sapphire Reserve at 1.5 cents per point, that would be even less. And looking at Marriott, even if you search higher end hotels, it's actually rare that you get better value than 1.25 cents per point. Look at this Ritz-Carlton in Grand Cayman. Did I mention I went to Grand Cayman? So it's $1,199 per night, and that would cost 100,000 Marriott points. So that works out at 1.1 cents in value per point. But sometimes you will find little hidden gems like this booking. The JW Marriott Miami, which is 35,000 points per night or $541. And so that is 1.5 cents per point in value. So in this case, even if you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, it's actually better to transfer out to Marriott and book direct through the hotel, because if you book through the portal, hotels will not recognize your hotel status. So if you're like me and you have Marriott Gold, for example, if you book through the portal, you will not get room upgrades or free breakfast or whatever it is that you normally get through your status, okay? And trust me, I found out the hard way staying at the W Hotel in DC. They gave me the smallest, crappiest room, and when I complained and said, hey, I'm a gold member, why are you doing this to me? They were like, oh, you booked through the portal, we don't recognize your status. So keep that in mind. Now, there is one hotel in Chase's transfer program that does really stand out though, and that is Hyatt, and you can get some amazing value booking through Hyatt. For example, I've stayed at 2 of the Hyatt Ziva all-inclusive resorts using points. One is in Cancun and one is in Los Cabos, both Mexico. Right now, I'm finding bookable award nights at the Cancun resort for 29,000 points per night for a resort view king room with a sofa bed, and that would cost $531 in cash. So that's giving us 1.8 cents in value per point. Much better deal than booking through the Chase portal. Then the really crazy one that a lot of people aspire to stay at is Ventana Big Sur in California. A room there will set you back $2,350 per night or 60,000 Hyatt points. So that's 3.9 cents in value per point. Personally, that hotel doesn't really appeal to me that much. It's not really my vibe, but hey, that really is an example of redeeming Chase points for maximum value. So concluding the hotels section, out of the 3 hotel transfer partners, Hyatt is really the only one that makes sense in most cases. All right, now let's move on to airlines. So I did talk a lot about some very specific airline itineraries that you can book with points in my Amex points video, and Chase actually has some of the same transfer partners. So you can actually go and watch that American Express points video, and some of the information is applicable to Chase points as well. So I'm not gonna go through that many specific redemptions for airlines. However, what I will do is I'll post in the comments a great article from Upgraded Points where they tell you 43 different high value uses for Chase points, which is basically 43 different airline itineraries that you can do with points transferred to airlines from Chase. Now, the most valuable airlines to transfer Chase points to are British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, Singapore Airlines, United, and Southwest. Now, the first 3 of those are also Amex transfer partners, so you can pool points from Chase and Amex in those airlines, and if you want to see some itineraries, like I said, you can check out my Amex points video. But basically, you should be able to get at least 2 cents per point, if not 3, 4, 5 cents per point when redeeming for high value airline itineraries like business class, first class, for example, Singapore Airlines suites. It's gonna be maximum value. Just remember what we talked about with economy. If you want to book economy flights, often the portal can be better. Then for Southwest, which is basically like a budget airline, okay, it's all one class. Generally, you won't get over 2 cents in value. Now, Southwest flights do not show up in Chase's portal, but you actually should be able to book them by phoning up, okay? That's kind of like a little hack, a little way around it, so you can actually book with Chase points. But sometimes you will actually be able to get 1.7 cents in value per point, which would be better than the portal, especially in their lower fares, okay? Shorter flights tend to give better value. But there's more. If you have the Southwest Companion Pass, which you can get by accumulating 125,000 Southwest miles, And a great way to do that is the sign-up bonus on one of the Southwest credit cards. That gets you a big chunk of those miles you need, and those Southwest credit cards are also issued by Chase. But anyway, if you get the companion pass, that means you get 2 flights for the price of 1 when you book with points, and that would take the value of the points up to 3.4 cents per point. Maximum value. Iberia, Spain's national airline, which is also a Chase transfer partner, can also be a good option for business class flights to Europe. You can get a one-way off-peak business class flight with a fully flat bed from New York to Madrid for just 34,000 miles. Okay, that is really, really cheap. British Airways, for example, is 50,000 for off-peak pricing. And with British Airways flying to the UK, you get hit with huge taxes. Spain doesn't have those huge taxes and fees. So that's another case of maximum value. Then other airlines like JetBlue, for example, don't really offer a very good value for redeeming your points, okay? When you transfer points to JetBlue, normally you get between 1.2 and 1.4 cents in value, even booking business class. So actually, in a lot of cases, it would just be better to book JetBlue through the portal, especially have the Sapphire Reserve. So to recap, 1.25 cents or 1.5 cents per point is really the minimum value you should be looking at for the points, depending on which card you have. If you're transferring to partners, you should be looking at getting 2 cents or close to 2 cents or more in value for those points. The best transfer partners to transfer to are British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, Singapore Airlines, United, Southwest, and Hyatt. And the transfer partners that are kind of considered lower value would be JetBlue, Aer Lingus, Marriott Hotels. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you made it all the way to the end, well done. I hope you got some value out of it. Leave a comment about what you're gonna book with your Chase points below. Do check out the sponsor of today's video, Max Rewards, in the description section. It is a great app, I do use it, thoroughly recommend it. And also I will put links to all of the Chase cards that we mentioned in this video in the description box below, so do check those out as well if you want to learn more about them. They are of course affiliate links, so they do help out our show if people use them. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.